Hello, namaskar, and a very good evening to all the viewers watching our session out there. This is Simran Singh, and you are watching this particular session. It's running on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12. Well, we have our different mediums through which you all can connect with us. You can be a part of our sessions. And one of them is our YouTube channel, as you all know. It is NCRT Official. So it's around 4 p.m. on your watch, and regularly from 4 till 5 p.m. from Monday to Fridays, we come up with our special sessions to enhance your understanding about diverse fields. So here we have our 4 days online training program. Today is the first day, and the session will commence today, that is on 25th of October 2022 till 28th October 2022. And the broader theme about which we are going to discuss today is how we can be a cyber warrior. So it says, let's be a cyber warrior. So let me also apprise you that the training session are being organized by CIET NCRT in collaboration with Cyber Peace Foundation. Let me also provide you a glimpse of the 4 days training sessions and the wider topics that we are going to discuss. So for day 1, that is for today, we'll elaborate more on the new age cybercrimes. Tomorrow, that is on the second day of our training session, we'll discuss on the psychological effect of cyberspace. On the third day, that is on 27th of October, we'll highlight the areas associated with cybercrime and redressal. And on the fourth, that is the concluding day, 28th of October 2022, we'll discuss more on how to be a mindful user while you are using internet. So as we are going to discuss about the new age cybercrimes, we all know that in the cyberspace, it is very important for us to be careful. As every coin has two sides, so we have certain advantages, then we also have certain demerits associated with it. So as a responsible citizen, we have to be cyberspace. And providing us more guidance and details into today's topic, we are also joined by our esteemed panelists in the conversation. So allow me to introduce you with our today's guest. Just besides me, in the studio in conversation, we have with us Dr. Rizal Karim, sir. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you Simran. Namaskar.
Good
Hello
evening.
Viewers.
Sir is serving as Assistant Professor at CIET NCRT. We welcome you in the conversation.
Thank you.
Then I am also very happy to inform you that in the conversation we have with us Shri Shailendra Vikram Singh ji. Namaskar sir. Good evening. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है सर आपका इस सत्र में. Sir is Namaskar. Sir is currently serving as Head of Cyber Policy and Diplomacy at Cyber Peace Foundation. Well, sir, you need no mentions, but allow me to take our viewers through your journey as well. Sir is recently retired as Deputy Secretary to the Government of India from Cyber and Information Security Division of the Ministry of Home Affairs, where he dealt with cyber-related policy matters for around 9 years. During the MHA tenure, he was quite instrumental in establishment of I4C and framing of various cybercrime prevention policies. Before MHA, he has also worked in NST and served in BSF to protect the country. So we are very honored to have you in this conversation. A very warm welcome. Then also allow me to introduce you with our third panelist in the conversation. She is Miss Anandita Mishra, madam. Namaskar, ma'am. Good evening.
Namaskar. Good evening to all.
Welcome to the conversation. She is currently serving as consultant at Cyber Peace Foundation. Ma'am has a decade worth of experience in creating cyber safety awareness in her capacity as McAfee Cyber Mom India. She has now started her own individual campaign as Mission Cyber Safety on social media to share tips and resources with parents and educators on bringing up aware and responsible digital citizens. Besides, her experience as a high school teacher and a parent of now adult kids has helped her connect easily with children and adults alike, helping families to make a smooth transition to the digital world. We welcome you with open arms in the conversation. So all our viewers who have connected with us in this particular training session, if you have any of the queries, then feel free to drop your messages in the comment section of NCRT Official. Besides, here is the contact number that is flashing on your screens. So feel free to give us a call at 8800-440-559. And a specific mail ID is again highlighting on your screens. It is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So let's begin our conversation on the new age cybercrimes under Let's be a cyber warrior. So, sir, in the first place, I'll request you to apprise our viewers more about today's topic.
Thank you. Hello viewers, I welcome you once again on the first day of this 4-day online training program. And as Simran has rightly mentioned, the importance of awareness and preventive measures against cybercrime. So, as you can see, the topic title of our today's session is the new age cybercrimes. So, it is important to highlight that given our day to day more and more dependence on cyber world, wherein more and more services are being offered in a digital mode, either through internet or without internet. And so accordingly, whether we like it or not, the cyber criminals are also making their way into the cyber world, be it a petty criminal or be it a country level cyber warfares. So everyone is in a hurry to exploit the cyber world to cause harm to individuals on a personal level, or to cause harm to an organization or to a country also, right. So when our children are also more and more into the cyber world, so it becomes even more important for an organization like NCERT, who works particularly in the area of school education, to work a lot on how to ensure that all our stakeholders, be it students, be it teachers, be it parents and teacher educators, how they can be made aware of the different kind of cyber crimes that is happening, or the possibilities, and what all preventive measures they can take to safeguard them, again safeguard themselves, their data, their privacy, safety and security in the cyber world, because you can't just detach yourself in today's age from a cyber world. So while you utilize the cyber world, you need to be careful about what all are there, because children when they work through cyber world, they are into internet, so they not only confine themselves to the learning materials or the learning repositories or educational contents. They many times they play virtual games, digital games also, right. They make friendships with unknowns, they share so many things, right. So all these can have a possibility of being exploited in a bad way, right. So to discuss more on these issues, I would like to invite my fellow panelist of the day, Mr. Shailendra Vikram Singh. And sir, I also welcome you in this today's session, and I would request you to highlight our viewers about what are the latest mode or pattern that are being committed by cyber criminals in the age of new age technologies. So I'd like to hear your feedback on that.
Namaskar, everybody. Actually, crime has not changed. The mode of crime has changed, because the criminal has same intention before the digital age, to harm the individual, to harm the society, to harm the country. And now in the age of technology, where nowadays everything is on digital, everything is connected, automated, everyone is on the internet, then the criminal has the privilege to do anything on the internet. When there is some vulnerabilities and say there is some leakage of the information. That's why the technological advancement brought the vulnerability in everyone's life. आज की तारीख में everyone आदमी अपने emotions, because there is target of the criminals are their emotions, our informations, our emotions, our wisdom, and it is all being targeted through the new age technology, because technology has come into every sphere of our life. That's why the target and victim are everywhere. Like new age technology means we are everything on our mobile applications. Mobile application based of the services we are following. That's why the intruders, the criminals are targeting your mobile applications. We are uploading any type of mobile application on mobile devices, and we are going the target. Now our youngsters are making their emotions and their sentiments, their personal information, their personal images on their social media site. without thinking about the vulnerabilities, the harm they had caused. The use of social media platforms, digital services, and this has been raised. Now, main problem which has come now recently is the deepfake technology. Based on the deepfake technology, the criminals are influencing our victims with new methods, with the new social engineering method. That the social engineering method means they are luring the victims to come in their traps, to give the information, to give the everything for their to crime. And otherwise, crimes are the same. Crime are same. Spoofing crime, malicious applications files they are sending, cyberbullying, identity theft, job fraud. There are many other crimes. Because the technology has been advanced and our habits are our behavior has our behavior on the online digital platform. That's why we are very much vulnerable nowadays. It is the main cause of the threats out.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for rightly highlighting and rightly mentioning that the crimes are pretty much almost similar, but the platform has changed. It has probably shifted more towards digital platform from physical form, and that's why it becomes even more important for us to get ourselves updated about what all is happening. And to discuss further, I would like to invite my second panelist, Madam Anindita. And Madam, I have some specific questions for you. Like, I'm particularly keen for our viewers to learn or listen to you from you. Like, why are children facing an increasing number of cyber attacks? And also, which according to you are the most serious online dangers to children? So, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Let me take the first question. Why are children facing an increasing number of cyber attacks? Now, as Shailendra has just mentioned, crime has remained the same, only the platform has changed. Because criminals, what is their final aim? Their aim is to take from somebody. It can be money, it can be your ID, it can be important or sensitive information. Now, if it is face to face, real world, it was done face to face or coming to a particular place and taking it. Online, it is done through a digital device. Now, for this, that is the change. And as children are coming more and more online, because children love technology, children love the latest apps, they want to be always a step ahead than the rest of their peers, their friends group, you know. हर बच्चा चाहता है कि मैं अपने दोस्तों से पीछे न जाऊं टेक्नोलॉजी के मामले में. That is the main aim of a child, that I should also be aware of what is going on in this digital world. This forces children to take up devices, try out of their curiosity and sense of adventure, new apps, go to new websites, try out new things. Now, children are smart, technologically they are savvy, but as we say, children are like digital orphans in this digital world. We used to call them digital natives, but then we realize children have a lot of knowledge. They can pick up digital literacy skills very fast. They can learn how to use apps, how to surf websites, how to look for knowledge more than we adults can do. But they lack two things: the competences required to become a good digital citizen, and they lack the adults' foresight and experience. There are many things we adults do not do only because we are hesitant based on the intrinsic knowledge we have that this may be dangerous. A child will take risks, will take part in risky challenges, will befriend strangers online, will try to go to websites that are marked as unsafe just to see what's happening, will click on links and not practice stop, think, click. So these are the reasons why children are being victims, and cyber criminals have found a very good way to victimize children. They have found that their trafficking that they used to do offline can now start online. They can befriend children online on social media and earn their trust and their complete confidence and groom. This is called grooming of a child. By grooming a child, they can make the child dependent on them emotionally. They play with the emotions of the child till the child is ready and willing to do whatever the traffic predator or the groomer says. Now that can be to steal something, to share nude or obscene photographs, to take part in obscene activities or sexual activities, or to come and meet them offline from where they could go ahead with their intentions, evil intentions, as I might say. Also, children will not talk about this with their parents because they know they're doing something wrong, and so they feel ashamed and scared. As our crime report says, that the number of crime against children is increasing, but there are many cases that go unregistered. Now, what are the problems that children are facing online? Children, that was your second question, sir. And online, there are a large number of problems. They can be fraud, scam, they can be cyberbullying, where children are aggressively troubled or ashamed or stalked. They can be harassment. But if you ask me to choose a few that Indian children are facing, I would say that cyberbullying is occurring a lot based on reports. Children are being bullied not only by their school friends or other friends they know, but also by strangers because they go online a lot. Second would be addiction to gaming. Once they start playing online games, they just cannot stop. And they can steal money or use their parents' credit cards on the sly to buy higher levels or cheat codes, which has happened. The addiction increases. And the third would be, I would say, grooming of children by online predators. These I see are the top three problems that children may face online today.
Thank you, madam, for this detailed explanation of what are the implications of new age cybercrimes vis-a-vis children, school-going children particularly. And as we know, the Indian organization, like for example the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, which we say I4C under the Ministry of Home Affairs, and also we have CERT-in, Computer Emergency Response Team India under the Ministry of Electronics and IT. And then we have organizations like Cyber Peace. So with all these such organizations, NCRT as an institution has been working pretty closely coordinating with them, and we organize different training programs. We come out with different teacher preparation programs, different booklets and all this. So from Mr. Shailendra sir, I would like to know what are the challenges in dealing with new age technologies, and what are the actions being taken by the government of India in these regards? I would like to hear your response on this.
Main characteristic of the online activities is it is virtual, completely virtual. Who is behind the scene, nobody knows. The main challenge is the faceless of the character, and it is borderless. You can't assume from where the criminal is sitting, who is sitting, and what he is asking for. What is their intention? This is biggest challenge for the system. Now technology has gone ahead. Now VPN is there, and the crypto and encryption is there, and our data, our emotions are also available for them. That's why with these tools, deepfake technology, as mentioned, with the deepfake technology, you can't assume what is the real, what is the fake. The scene behind the picture is manufactured by either the real person or the criminal person. So main challenge is the faceless and borderless of this internet world. That's why our agencies are facing the problem of tracking the criminal and getting the information, because these are jurisdictional issues. There is no international law nowadays because it is depend upon the mutual legal treaties. It is very lengthy process, and the new technology, just you mentioned, new technology provides you more encryption, more anonymity, for the police agencies. It is the one of challenges, and now there are many tools which are providing the cheap tools to the criminal for the tracking of the information, for the tracking, for the carrying out their criminal activities. And now cybercrime is the organized crime. It is like a cybercrime is a service model, because many gangsters, many criminal gangs are involved with other gangs of the cyber criminal gang to do carry out drug trafficking, arms trafficking, radicalizations, and women trafficking. All these are things are clubbed with cybercrime. That's why cybercrime is now a big challenge for the law enforcement, for the physical control and for the virtual control also. And other thing, uh, encryption, as I mentioned, encryption is provides accessible capability, capacity to the agencies. We cannot get the information what are the being carried out by the criminal activities, and these are the other things. Server location of servers, as you mentioned, like the jurisdiction issues. Some countries are helping our agencies. Some agencies are not helping. Second challenge is the unawareness of public. Mostly youngsters are on the digital platform. They are adventurous on the digital platform. They are not careful about what they are sharing, what they are making. And another thing, big challenge for the youngsters, for the school children, for the parents also, they are most of the crimes is targeted by their friends, their colleagues, their age profiles. Most have you seen about the bully by fully by they are innocent people, families. That's how they are radicalized and get in the caught of the misinformation, disinformation. This is big challenge for the school children, for the parents, for the everybody, because radicalization should be stopped. And other things, technological challenges are with agencies. That's why we have established Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, which coordinate with all agencies, all academia, all judiciary, and internationally to sort out the issues which are facing by the law enforcement agency. And many Cyber Peace Foundation is carrying out many programs with the institutions to make people more aware. And cybercrime reported portal government has launched, that is cybercrime.gov.in, and recently a 1930 helpline number has been launched for the public for the reporting. In the cybercrime reporting portal, there is a financial crime part where you complain on the 1930. If money is not withdrawn from any ATM physically, then money can be blocked. This is facility has been banking system has been collaborated with the agencies. These are the actions government has taken. But main issue is required the awareness. Awareness, without awareness, because technology will upgrade. Actually, upgrade with the vulnerabilities. If we are aware, we are sensible, then we can stop it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again, sir. So going forward and taking forward the discussions for Madam Anindita, I would like to hear from you. Like, can you list some of the safety tips for our parents or teachers, which they can share with their children, particularly while using social media and such other online platforms?
Okay, let me separate it out for parents and
Sure.
teachers, and one in general. Parents should, even if they are not very savvy with technology, there are few rules they can set at home once the child is allowed to go online, and that should be implemented. And children should be told that if they break those rules, they would be punished, like their device would be taken away. Number one, there should be time off from digital device. Number two, there will be balanced timing every day of the week where they can study or play. See, COVID has brought us to such a situation that we have to do a lot of work at home. Children have to do a lot of projects at home, so you just cannot say no screen time for you. But too much of screen time is bad. So you have to sit with your children and work out how much for studies, how much for gaming, entertainment, and how much for connecting with friends and family online. This has to be individual work for each child. One rule cannot apply to all. But one rule applies, and that is there has to be balance. Now, I'll give you three tips. One is safety, second is security, third is responsibility and resilience. For safety, whichever app you use, check the app. Secondly, always log into your account and log out after using. Keep your account privacy and security to max. And do not make friends with people you do not know well or you know remote, very, very less to somebody else. Stick to people you know well in real life. And keep in mind the code BUSSR. Block, then unfriend, save, screenshot, report. This is what you should always follow if somebody is hurting you, harassing you, troubling you, bullying you, insulting you online. Block that contact. You'll find the three dots on the top right hand side. Go to that. All sites will give you the opportunity to block, unfriend, but remember to save screenshots so that later if another harassment takes place, you can go and lodge a complaint and report to the website. And for the last and most important digital citizenship rule, which is responsibility and resilience. It is every digital user, whether a child or not, to use the device responsibly. You just cannot say whatever you like just because you are not being seen by the other. You just cannot create an anonymous profile and hurt others. This has to be practiced from childhood. Be a good digital citizen. Say things that you would say in front of the person. Do not be mean, rude, insulting, or harmful to anybody. Also, parents and teachers help your child and your students become resilient. They should learn how to accept that there will be good and bad in life. And as we like the good things, we should also ensure that whatever is bad should not hurt us so much that we become depressed or sad or cut ourselves out of the society. So please remember that your responsibility to behave well online, and secondly, it's the responsibility of parents and teachers to help child develop resilience. The way to stand up against wrong activities and accept that some things happen and move on. That are my three tips to stay safe online.
Yeah, thank you, madam. I have a slightly differing idea here, because as you see, there is a kind of conflict. I won't say conflict. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that our adolescents or young kids, at times they feel like parents are too much into interference, right, inquisiting, and they are trying to interfere into their personal life. And at the same time, as you rightly said, as a parent, as a teacher, we need to be concerned while guiding. So what is your suggestion? How do we make this balance, the optimum balance of we need to be vigilant of what children is doing. At the same time, as they say, we need not too much interference into their private space, personal life may not be a welcome idea. So what is your view on that? How do we make a balance here?
Yeah, that is also a very important thing you brought up, sir. When the child first starts going online, it should be such that parents have greater control, use parental controls. They should install and activate the same so that they can follow what the children is doing, but remotely. And it is always a very good idea not to do so quietly or on the slide, but to inform the child that, look, I trust you, but I love you and I'm worried about your security online. So I shall be using my parental controls to filter out unsafe sites and to remotely keep monitor you. but you can do what you want. As the child grows older, more mature, and more responsible, parents should slowly loosen the reins and allow greater privacy to the child. By this time, that is by the teenage, parent and child relationship should have become so frank, open, and trust-based that child will be on their own able to come and tell their parents, look, somebody sent me a dirty picture, or somebody, a stranger is telling me such and such things. So should I do that or should I not do that? That kind of relationship should come. So parents should trust and respect children. Children, on the other hand, should trust and respect parents and have the freedom and confidence to approach the parents to solve their problem. This has to be first built up, sir, before I say children can get greater privacy online.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the very important answer. For viewers, what I believe is, in order to ensure yourself that you can safeguard against cyber criminals, certain technicalities, although this kind of generic session does not permit us to go into much of technicalities, but I believe we need to know certain technicalities so that we better safeguard ourselves, and here I have listed some of the things which I would like to share with my viewers. So, what we believe is, to start with, while browsing internet, we should ensure that we are browsing the sites which are more safer. And how do we ensure that? The basic, the least we can ensure is that the browser, the URL of the site that we are browsing starts with HTTPS, so that it is more secure. And if you are not bothered about finding out, clicking on the URL, just to start quickly, you can ensure that where in the address bar of the browser on the very top, where your URL starts, at least there is a lock icon there, so which ensures you, or which tells you that your site is more secure, which is more encrypted, it is HTTPS. So relatively safer. Your data, while you are communicating with a site, with a server on the remote, and whatever you are communicating, the transfer data is getting transferred in an encrypted way, so that someone sitting in between while the traffic is moving has less chances to capture your data and see what you are transferring or communicating. So this is first what I wanted to share with my viewers. And also, when you browse internet, you use any browser, be it Google Chrome, be it Mozilla, or be it Internet Explorer. They have de facto firewalls, right? Browser level firewalls are also there, and at the same time operating system, be it Windows, be it Mac OS, or be it Ubuntu based, any Linux based operating system, all of these operating systems that operates your computer or your digital device, be it a smartphone, whether in case of Android or iOS, all of these operating systems as well as browsers have by default a certain level of firewalls, a piece of software installed in them. And what a firewall does is, it prevents to a great extent many malicious access or malicious activities by a third one, someone else, and it is designed in a way so that it can safeguard you against those malicious activities, right? Whether you knowingly or unknowingly do something, or a criminal attempting to cause harm to you. So those are, the firewalls are designed in a way to safeguard you against that. So unless very much compelled or very much important, don't try to disable your firewalls. And at times what does is, firewall prevents many such pop-ups, many such pop-ups are by default blocked at the browser level itself, right? And so it is better. So those pop-ups are probably or not intended or not mandatory for you, not that much important for you. That's why by default those are blocked. So we shouldn't allow those pop-ups unless and otherwise those are very much important and mandatory for us, right? And another thing I wanted to share with the viewers is that many of these today's websites, when you open it, so they use cookies, right? They employ cookies, and cookies, if you try to understand in a non-technical way, is a way to collect some of the information about the activities that you do while opening a software on website or doing something. So whatever you are doing, so particular that period of time, certain data they want to collect, right? Although cookies by default are not bad per se, cookies help the websites to deliver you certain information in an efficient way, but cookies are found to be a very popular way for criminals and deploy those cookies and collect many data, right? So many websites as a matter of mandatory in order to mandatory guidelines by different agencies, different governments. So they these days give you a pop-up whether you accept the cookies or you reject it. So please don't blindly accept all the cookies. The way we should not blindly accept any terms and conditions while signing into a platform, the same way we should not blindly accept all the cookies, I believe. So either you reject some of them, or you open click on the detailed list of cookies and see what all kind of data it is collecting on your behalf. And in most of the cases they allow you an option whether you want those data to be collected or not. So most of the cases avoid allowing or accepting to such cookies. So that those activities can also safeguard you to a good extent, right? And another thing we shouldn't do is, like, there are many softwares which allow you to share your screen, your laptop screen, your desktop screen remotely to another person. So unless very much urgent, very much important and very much necessary to do so, don't share your screen remotely with anyone else. That is very, very important. And last but not the least, what I want to share is that while using public internet, public Wi-Fi particularly, please be more careful, because you don't know who has configured that Wi-Fi and what all is being monitored. So at least any such financial transactions or any other such things, just don't get lured by the thing that you are getting some free internet access, right? So be very much careful while accessing public Wi-Fi or public internet. These are some of the concerns that I thought are important to share with our viewers. So again, coming back to my co-panelist Sri Shailendra ji, sir, I am keen to hear from you, and for on behalf of our viewers, like, how can we protect ourselves from such cyber criminals? Although I have listed some, but I am sure you have many to share with us. And how can students contribute as cyber warrior?
Yeah, good question. Because the most cyber savvy citizen of the country are our students, our youth, youngsters. They know what are they are facing from the criminals, and their colleagues, their friends are facing. If they share with each other, and they share with each other the knowledge, the awareness, the precautions, the tools from which they should be aware about any damage. Every student can be the cyber warrior, because they are cyber savvy, they are tech savvy, they know very well the attackers, the behavior of the attackers. That's why I think Ministry of Home Affairs has brought the concept of cyber warrior, because they are living in the colleges, the society, with the students and with the families, because the most targeted person are the innocent youngsters, children, and other parents, their parents, grandparents, senior citizens. They are those cyber warriors, those cyber savvy students can make them aware, make them they can associate with them to deal for the reporting purposes, for the dealing with any intrusion. They can contribute with the society, for the country also, because the cyber warrior has a responsibility to get the information which is the malicious for the society, harmful for the society, harmful for the country. They can report about the cybercrime reporting portal view and any government performed, because they are very sensitive person. I know they are very sensitive person. They are independent person. They can do to protect our country and countrymen. That's why cyber warrior concept is very good concept for the government, and every college, every students, every parents should encourage their children to be the cyber warrior. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Many a times we come across such news is that people are blackmailing to many young children, and either for money or for many other harmful activities. And at many times the victims are not able to cope up with the trauma, and they are just panicked so much they don't know where to go, what to do. And at times we also come to know, unfortunately, many children, many times many young people are taking extreme steps just because they are being have become a victim of cyber activities, cyber criminal activities. So, sir, what according to you are the some of the possible avenues, or what is your guidance if in case someone becomes a victim, cyber crime victim, what all measures immediately one can take to ensure that the harms can be minimized?
Non-reporting of any cyber crime is the helping the criminals only, in the damaging the victim also. If any youngster, any youth, anybody is this crime, is has to report immediately. There are remote reporting platform. The National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. Certain has also circulated the numbers, website, email addresses where they can report when they find any malicious behavior, malicious activity on the platform. And victim, if parents have also responsibility to connect with their children also, because if they share the what has they suffered, then parents is matured enough to do further action with the police action for the reporting action or the counseling. They can counsel them. Sometimes students, children doesn't report it harm more than that crime which happened with them. There is the so reporting is very much required for the cyber victims.
Yeah, you were rightly said, sir. Thank you so much. So, uh, cyber hygiene is probably another term which is very closely related to cyber crime, right? So, Madam Anindita, my request to you is, can you please highlight some of the ways, I mean, cyber hygiene measures that our children and our teachers and parents in general can take?
Yes. Cyber hygiene means sanitization of your cyberspace so that you are secure online. So you have to regularly practice some things to keep your place clean and tidy. Like I used to tell kids when during my talks in schools, uh, you have got to ensure that just the way you brush your teeth before you go to sleep, you must also ensure that you log out of all accounts and then you go to switch off your computer. Then again, after that, we come to ensuring that you have on all the internet devices at home, you have installed and are running a licensed copy of security tool. It need not be a free one because free one will have limited options and sometimes they may also carry cookies as you had already pointed out and malware. So kindly get licensed copy even for all the things like your gaming app, your mobile apps, your laptop, computer, they should all have security tool installed and running. Firewall should always be installed and running. We should not block it. Sir had already talked about HTTPS. Any licensed software will also have site advisor that will tell you which are safe sites with a green signal. A red colored one is an unsafe site, do not go there. A yellow or orange colored one would be suspicious sites, so avoid those sites. Also, keep strong passwords and activate two-factor authentication for all your accounts. These all will help you, and also scan your devices regularly. Change default password of all devices, whether it be a router, a CCTV, all these devices. You should check your password and change the default password. Make your own password so that your CCTV or router also does not come under attack. And never use public Wi-Fi for sending or receiving sensitive information.
Yeah, thank you, madam, again. So here you mentioned about a word strong password. So for our viewers, I would like to explain like what we mean by strong password. Right? Many times, if you read anything about cyber safety, cyber security, probably the topmost suggestion will be to ensure that you have a strong password, right? As we know, most of the online platforms that we use, requires us to log in, create an account, right, so that it can identify us, personalize us, and then serve us, right. So that means you are choosing an account with that that website, that portal. So that means you are giving certain important data like your name, your email ID, your mobile number, at times your address, and then you end up choosing a username for you as well as a password. Now what is the more important is, now next time when you are coming to that same portal and you want to access it, it asks you only two things: what is your username and what is your password. So it asks you to remember both these. Username is pretty common, but unless one knows your password, you yourself or somebody else doesn't know your password, that person can't log in. So of course you don't want anybody other than you to log into your sites, right, or to your accounts. So that means you want to ensure that nobody knows your password. So now if you keep a very pretty common password which is commonly known, can be known or can be guessed, like your last name, your year of birth, your mobile number, or a combination of all these are pretty common, right. So what we suggest is that you please avoid having these easy to guess, easy to discover, easy to break passwords. So in the name of strong password, the pretty important or simple rules are: have a combination of alphabets. You use both a combination of capital letters as well as small letters, small case letters. Have some numbers, numerals, and some special characters, be it an asterisk, be it a percent sign, dollar sign, equal sign, underscore, brackets, and all these. So you make a combination of what we call as alphanumeric and characters, alphabets, numbers, and some special characters, and you make a mix of such that it doesn't have much of meaning, but at the same time you should be able to remember it. And the second idea is that you keep on changing your passwords on a periodic basis. So I believe there are many other tips to share, but given the time, I would like to probably give a pause to our discussion here, and we'll discuss more on the other sessions of this 4-day online course, and I would like to hand over the discussion to Simran.
Of course. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing these details and moderating the session so well. With that, I would also like to thank both the panelists who have actively participated in the conversation. Thank you so much, Shailendra sir, for guiding the path of our viewers and also for your valuable inputs. And thank you so much, Anandita ma'am, for guiding our viewers and your valuable time. Thanks a lot. Thank you to all the viewers who have connected with NCRT for this particular conversation. We would have loved to continue the conversation, but provided the time constraints, we are left by the last 5 minutes. So let me quickly take you across the website of CIET NCRT, where you can gain more details or insights of our sessions or our training programs. So our website is www.ciet.nic.in. So once you land up on the home page of our website, this is the page that you are going to see, and there are three kind of activities that you can see over here. It would be the current activity from 25th of October till 28th of October 2022, and the program titled is Online Training on Let's Be a Cyber Warrior. So once you click on this, these are all the details along with the banner for our 4 days training sessions. It talks about the topics that we are going to discuss, like the new age cybercrimes, the topic that we have covered today, and tomorrow it would be the psychological effect of cyberspace, including cybercrime and redressal for the 3rd day, and how you can be a mindful internet user. So here are the objectives laid for all of you. If you just go through them once, we are conducting these training sessions to orient teachers and teacher educators, students, and various stakeholders regarding the changing trends in the use of internet and the new types of cybercrimes. Along with that, highlighting various cybercrimes for you, and also providing all the knowledge on redressal mechanisms post cybercrimes. Then of course the psychological effect of cyberspace that we all can witness, and what are the different ways to be a cyber warrior by self. Now after our 4 days training session, we also have post session activity for all our viewers. Even in our training sessions, be it students, teachers, teacher educators, parents, administrators, or the general public, you all can participate in the sessions. Along with that, you can share your queries in the comment section. Again, if you haven't watched our session for any particular reason, then you might click on the video and you'll be able to see the session for day 1, and accordingly we'll update the sessions for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and also for the 4th day. Now, how you all can participate in our training sessions and also in our post session activity? There are certain steps laid down for all of you. The first step is registration. You can register yourself by clicking on the link that is easily accessible over here in blue, or either scanning the QR code that is highlighted here itself. Then you can watch our live training sessions, and we have our different mediums through which you can connect with us, like our YouTube channel, it is NCRT official. You can also connect with us through your TV screens, that is PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12. You can also watch the repeat telecast of our channels. If you have missed our live sessions, then you can watch our recordings through this link that is easily accessible again. Then the step 3 says about the participation in the post session activity and the certification. So if you participate in the post session quiz and you score over 70%, then you will be eligible to receive a certificate from CIET NCRT. The link will be uploaded soon by 28th of October 2022 till 6 p.m. The opening date would be 28th October, and the closing date that you can submit your entries by 28th November 2022. And you can also submit your feedback with us. Here is a Google form, and apart from that, if you face any of the queries, anything in your mind that you would like to highlight, then you can reach out to us through this mail ID, that is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. Besides, here is a contact number that is again displayed on your screens. It is 8800440559. So let's end our today's conversation on the new age cybercrimes, where we got a lot of information about the different kinds of cybercrimes, how we can be safe in a cyber world. Again, a word of thanks to all the 3 panelists who have been a part of this conversation, and all the viewers who have connected with us. You don't have to go anywhere. It's time to wrap up this particular session. But next up we have our Sahyog session, that is guidance for mental well-being and psychosocial support for all the students, all the viewers watching our sessions out there. So stay connected with PM eVidya channels and keep watching NCERT official. Namaskar.